XRDocs are an innovative new learning platform for creating immersive learning experiences. It is similar to WebQuest and HyperDocs, but it leverages the spatial immersive web available in Web 3.0. The organization of an XRDoc is broken into 4 sections: Ignite, Immerse, Interact, and Iterate. This format will allow you to create an experience that allows the learner to be more engaged and connected to the content than simply utilizing 2D static Web 2.0 content and material. If you have not viewed the previous 2 sections, I encourage you to stop now and watch those so that you understand the flow from the beginning. This 3rd section, labeled Interact, is to, quote, communicate or be involved directly. I love that definition when it applies to an XRDoc, as it encompasses the 2 possibilities within FrameVR. First, you have communicate. If you choose to, you can have your XRDoc be a synchronous event with a group of people, or it could be your entire class. With a synchronous activity, you will have to pay attention to the levels within FrameVR to ensure that you have the capacity to accommodate an entire group. For a free account, you can have 8 people as full members and another 15 can be spectators. In order to increase that amount in Frame for a classroom teacher, then you would have to move up to the Plus account, which would accommodate up to 50 people. To save 20% on the price of your FrameVR license, you can find a link in the description, which is an affiliate link that will save you some money and support this channel. While you have multiple people in an XRDoc, you have the ability to communicate with speech and chat. This could be a small group instruction, or you could utilize it as a station activity. The second component of Interact is to be involved directly. Due to the nature of FrameVR being in the first or third person view of the user's avatar, by default you get the sense that you are directly involved in the learning space. There are also ways that you can have the user interact with features inside XRDocs. First, you can leverage the embed feature that allows you to add third-party apps that you're already using, such as Padlet, Edpuzzle, YouTube, and many more. The added bonus here is that instead of linking to the activity, opening it in a new tab, and taking the learner away to a new page, this content or activity can be embedded right inside the XRDoc. Finally, there are a set of interactions that are built into FrameVR that allow you to control things like the audio, change the property of some items, play animations, and go to a chosen place in the environment. Let me show you what some of those might look like. There are 2 ways to initiate audio. One is when the user clicks on or taps on an item, and the other one is based on proximity. In this example, I want the audio narration to begin as the user approaches the soldier. I set it to play when the user is close, as there are several settings for the proximity.
Malaria was widespread and caused more casualties than the fighting. There was little that could be done to prevent men contracting it.
In this example, I want to have the user click on the signs, which will display additional signs. This is fairly simple to set up, but can be complicated to make it fit into the overall learning experience. Lastly, I will show you the go-to trigger that allows your immersive space to have different rooms, levels, or areas that are only accessible when the user either clicks on an item or moves close enough to an item to trigger that action. In this example, I have rooms set up without any openings. The way to move from one room to the next is to walk through the door. The door is set up with a proximity trigger that gives the user the experience of walking from one space to the next. The interact level of an XRDoc can be as elaborate or as simple as you would like. Some of the nuances of the action editor take some practice to make sure that everything is connected correctly. This is one of the areas that I am building into my XRDocs course, which will be available soon. In the meantime, be sure to go and check out XRDocs Starter Academy, which will get you started on the basics of FrameVR and how to build your first XRDoc.